What's up, buddy? It's what Jim, and I'm joined by my friend Hamza, aka Hamzeebrah. And today,
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's good to be here. Been a while since I've been on a stream, but I'm
yeah,
excited to be here to talk about one of my favorite artists of all time, Michael Jackson.
I think the last time we did a live stream together, it was on our top five heroes and villains of the MCU. So it's pretty cool to do a music related live stream together.
Yeah,
So we're going to reveal our top five Michael Jackson songs, and plus giving our thoughts on his album Bad, released in 1987, which is my personal favourite album of his. But I've only heard this Thriller, Dangerous, and Off the Wall.
I think you should definitely listen to Invincible at some point. Invincible is actually my favorite Michael Jackson album.
What what songs are on that one?
Um, You Rock My World,
I think I know a couple of the other songs from it.
Butterflies, privacy, uh, heaven can wait. Uh, a lot of his lesser known songs, but it's actually my favorite album because in terms of genre, like the genre he goes with, which is much more like R&B mixed with hip hop rather than typical pop, and so that's why it's my favorite album.
Yeah, I might check it out at some point.
Yeah.
But do you have any honorable mentions? Honorable mentions of favorite Michael Jackson songs?
Good question. I think Stranger in Moscow is pretty good. That's from his album History. Um, Who Is It is underrated. Uh, um, so is Given to Me. Who Is It and Given to Me are both from Dangerous. Um, mm, I don't really have many other honorable mentions, to be fair.
Well, I've actually written down my top 10 Michael Jackson songs, so I'll quickly go through my 10 through 6. So my number 10 is I Just Can't Stop Loving You, which was a duet with, I've got a name here, Sidey Garrett, I think was his name. I've never heard
Yeah.
of her before, that song. But when number nine's Earth Song, and number eight is Dirty Diana, and number seven's The Girl Is Mine. That's another collaboration. This time it's with Paul McCartney. So of course that's going to be in my top 10. And my number six is Rock With You from Off the
Nice.
Wall. Yeah,
Nice. Well, my number 10 is probably Given to Me from Dangerous. My my number 9 is Say with Paul McCartney. I don't know if you've
yeah.
heard that one.
That was from the Pipes of Peace album.
Yeah.
Say.
What you want?
Very
Uh,
classic.
my number 8 is Speed Demon from Bad.
Speed Demon.
Yep. My number 7 is Smooth Criminal because I had have it on my list because it was the first Michael Jackson song I ever heard when I was a kid. Um,
It's one of his classics.
yeah. My number 6 is um, Man in the Mirror.
Yeah, that's one of his best.
Uh, my number 5 is um, Slave to the Rhythm. It's one of his posthumous songs from the album Escape, released in 2014. and it's pretty good. Uh, my fourth favorite song is. Now, keep in mind, this list is improvised. I don't have it written down or anything. Um, my fourth favorite song is probably Black or White from
Mm.
Dangerous.
It's
Uh,
got it's got Kevin from Home Alone in the music video.
yeah, yeah. And also it's got a fun uh, guitar riff as well. My third favorite um, song is Dirty Diana.
Yeah.
My second favorite song is um, I know what my number one is, but it's very hard to pick my number two. My second favorite song is probably uh, Earth Song, and then my favorite Michael Jackson song of all time is actually no. My second favorite song is PYT. From Thriller.
PYT.
Yeah, and then my favorite Michael Jackson song of all time is Human Nature from Thriller.
Mm.
Um,
That's a good
because
deep cut.
because um, Human Nature is actually my favorite Michael Jackson song to sing, and also it's the Michael Jackson song I resonate and connect with the most when it comes to my own life and resonate with because of you know sometimes I'm sure you know this, Adam. Sorry, I have
That's all right.
another. I have another disabled friend called Aiden. Um, um, I'm sure you also know Adam as a disabled person. We have a lot of isolation sometimes, and there are some days where we think about just going out and going wherever we want and just exploring the world and talking to
Yeah.
girls and things like that. So just breaking free and doing what we want. And I feel like that song perfectly exemplifies um uh what that struggle of wanting to have freedom but not having the ability to have it.
Yeah. It is a really excellent one. That I like hearing your thoughts on that song.
Yeah.
Is that the song? No, I'm not familiar with that one.
Oh yeah, Blood on the Dance floor. Thank you for that deep cut, Daniel. Blood on the Dance floor was a EP that
Mm.
Michael was forced to release by his label in 1997. He originally wanted to uh just put one on the dance floor on his next album, which would have been Invincible, but his label were getting very unsatisfied by the rate that Michael was releasing albums. Because one thing I really like about Michael as an artist was that he always took his time in between albums because he wanted to make sure that the albums he did release had all of the songs he was proud of to be on it rather than meeting a deadline of a certain year or a certain date that his record label gave him. And so One of the Notes 4 had, I believe, 4 new tracks and then 4 DJ remixes of songs from history. And it was compiled into an EP.
Mm.
I would definitely go ahead and listen to the original um, songs on the EP. They're very good.
Yeah, I'll have to check out that EP at some point. Thanks for all that information. I didn't know any of that. So yeah, I didn't even know he had an EP.
Yeah.
So I'll get to my top 5. So I'll go a bit more in depth with these. So my number 5 is it's one of the songs from Off the Wall. It's one of the ballads of the album, and it's She's Out of My Life.
Oh, good choice.
I really love his vocals on that one. It's very emotional and heartbreaking song that I think he does a brilliant job on.
Yeah.
So that's probably my favourite deep cut of his. All these other songs are hits of his. So my number 4, I've got Thriller, my favourite spooky themed song. Yeah, I really love the whole vibe of this one. I love the instrumentation and then you got it's Vincent somebody. He does a talking part in the song.
Yeah, Vincent.
Vincent Price. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I really like his part of the song, and
yeah,
of course the music video is very iconic. So yeah, I really love the, the, the title track from the album Thriller. It's the song Thriller.
yeah.
So my number 3 is my favourite song from the Thriller album. It's Billie Jean. Yeah, I really love Billie Jean. I love the music video for this one. I love the way this song starts as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of his best songs. I think in terms of lyrics and
Yeah, he
vocals as well.
he actually recorded the vocals to Billie Jean in one take.
So that's my number 3, Billie Jean. My number 2, you mentioned it in your top 10. It's Man in the Mirror. Yeah, I really love this song.
Nice.
I love the lyrics, especially about change about so it's sort of self discovery really
Yeah,
about changing yourself for the better, to change the world for the better. I really love the message of the song. Yeah, I love how he sings on this one. You sort of got like you can sort of hear quite a lot of other people singing on the song as well. So I really like that about it. It's also it's one of those 5 minute songs that doesn't feel like 5 minutes when I listen to it. But my favourite song of his is it's from the History album. That's You Are Not Alone. Yeah, I really love that one. I love
that's
everything about it.
that's probably his best ballad.
Yeah, I love his vocals on it and the instrumentation, the melody, the lyrics, not being alone. Yeah, I really love it. It's my favorite ballad of his and my favorite song of his in general.
Nice.
So yeah, they're my top 10 songs of his. And I enjoyed listening to yours as well.
Thank you. I enjoyed listening to yours as well.
So we'll now move on to the second half of this live stream, which is reviewing the album Bad. I've got it here, it's his 7th studio album, released in 1987. and it's got 10 tracks on vinyl, but the CD it's got 11 songs, and we're going to be talking about the 11 song version if that's all right.
That's fine.
It's got 9 singles, so there are a couple of them aren't. I think it's Speed Demon and can't remember what it is. None the single is. I think it's the one with Stevie Wonder. Just Good Friends.
Yeah. What's funny about this album is that it's actually my least favorite Michael album, and it's the
Really?
album I've listened to the least. So, and that's the reason. Because remember the other day you asked me, do you want to review Thriller or do you want to review Bad? And I chose Bad because it's the album I listen to the least. So my opinions on this album are going to be very fresh and very recent.
But you start off with a title track, Bad. Yeah, it's a brilliant way to start the album.
It's a great song, but I feel as if its greatness has been forgotten over the years because of how often it is used in the soundtracks of kids' movies.
Yeah, it does appear quite a lot in movies and trailers for movies.
Yeah.
But actually, I think I prefer Weird Al's version of the song Fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's great. Great way to start the album. And then you got the track The Way You Make Me Feel. That's a really good one.
Yep. That's probably got one of my favorite. I don't know whether you call it melodies or instrumentation. Probably instrumentation of any Michael Jackson song. Just the opening melody and
Yeah,
everything.
I think I prefer that. I'm not sure if I prefer it to Bad or not.
Yeah.
I think I prefer it maybe slightly over Bad. But then you got the song Speed Demon. Speed Demon.
I think the main reason I like Speed Demon is because of its music video. I think it's one of my favorite Michael Jackson music videos, or as he would call them, short films. Because another fun fact, Michael Jackson hated when people called his music videos. He always called them short films and not music videos.
But they are more like short films when you watch them. It's like watching a mini movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I'm being honest, it's never been one of my favourite songs of his. But I still do think it's really great. I can't help but move around for this one.
Yeah.
And then you got the song Liberian Girl. One
This
of
is
more slower songs on the album.
yeah. That's actually a song that I've only listened to a couple times before re-listening to the album for this stream, and when I listened to it again, I actually really liked it, and now it's gonna be on my playlist a lot more often because I actually really like the um unique instrumentation.
Yeah, it's one of those songs that I wasn't too crazy on that first. It took a couple of listens for me to really appreciate that one. And then you got the next song features Stevie Wonder. It's the song Just Good Friends. I really like that one.
Why do you like it? I'm curious. What are like the main things you like about it?
Well, to start off with, it features Stevie Wonder. I think they both sound really good together. It's not one of my favorite songs on the album, but I still do really like it.
I now this might be a bit controversial, but this is my least favorite Michael Jackson song.
Is your least favorite of all of his songs? Wow.
Yeah, because it doesn't. It feels more like a Stevie Wonder song to me than a Michael Jackson song, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Um,
I, I can see that.
and I haven't listened to much of Stevie Wonder's material. The only songs I've heard of him are heard from him rather are Superstitions, uh, uh, I Wish, and then Happy Birthday. Those are the only three songs I've heard from him. So maybe that's just a fault of mine that I should just listen to more of his solo material so that I can better
Mm-hmm.
appreciate Just Good Friends. But in my opinion, the song just didn't. It felt like it didn't feel like um, a joint song between Michael and Stevie Wonder. It felt like Stevie Wonder's Just Good Friends featuring Michael Jackson, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. But you recommended me a Michael Jackson album. I'll recommend you a Stevie Wonder one. I recommend this album, Signed, Sealed, Delivered.
I'll definitely check it out then.
Yeah. But we now move on to the second half of the album. If it's on vinyl, it's side two. It's a song. You start off with a song, Another Part of Me.
What are your thoughts on that song, Adam?
Yeah, I think it's a really good song. It's not one I go back to, but when I do listen to it, I have a really good time with it. I think it's got a pretty catchy chorus. It's just another part of me.
It actually, I think, just a part of me has mm, my favorite, my favorite uses of Michael uh, going doing his
Yeah.
um I think it's used to the best of its like I think it's used the best in this song, like like his little mannerisms, his owls, his he's, his shamans, really complement this song the most out of any of his other songs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But we pretty much mentioned all these other tracks: Man in the Mirror, Just Can't Stop Loving You, Dirty Diana, and Smooth Criminal. Be back to back classic songs there.
Yeah,
Some of his best songs he's ever done. And the album ends there on vinyl. But the CD, you've got the song Leave Me Alone, which in my opinion I think should have been on the album. So I think it's a really good song.
yeah,
And I think it ends the album really, really well.
yeah. I don't think it's the best of Michael's, Michael versus the media songs. I still think Scream is the best one in terms of him versus the media.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one. But
Yeah.
do you want to rank all the songs, or just give your favourites from the album? It's up to you.
I'll just give my favourites. Dirty Diana, and on this most recent listen, Liberian Girl and Smooth
Yeah,
Criminal. What about you?
I might as well rank the songs. I've not actually written it down, so I'll just do it right now. So my number 11, I'm going to go with Just Good Friends. Number 11. My number 10, I feel bad this low because I know you really love this one. It's Speed Demon. But my
That's
number
fair. I can understand why someone might not like it as much.
But my number 9 is Another Part of Me. Number 8, Liberian Girl. Number 7, I'm going to go with Bad. Number 6, The Way You Make Me Feel. Actually, no. Number 7, Leave Me Alone. 6, Bad. Number 5, The Way You Make Me Feel. Number 4, Smooth Criminal. Number 3, I Just Can't Stop Loving You. Number 2, Dirty Diana. And number 1, of course, Man in the Mirror. But now we get to the part when we give the album a score out of 10. So I'm going to give it a 9.75. But what are you going to give it, considering it's your least favourite album of his?
Well, that's funny. Even though it's my least favorite Michael Jackson album, I am still going to give it a 10 out of 10.
Cool.
Because even my least favorite Michael Jackson album is a better album than 50% of albums today.
How many albums does he have in this discography?
Well, you said this was his 7th, right?
Yeah.
So he's got Dangerous, which is 8. History, which is 9.
And then you got Invincible.
Invincible, which is 10. And then you've got Michael, which is a controversial posthumous one where half of the songs didn't even have his vocals on them. They got an impersonator, and then the other half are his songs, thankfully.
They got an impersonator. I had no idea they did that.
I'll send you a video about it later.
Okay.
And then the final album they've released about him today is Escape, which is behind Invincible as my favorite Michael Jackson album. So
yeah, so I'll definitely check out Invincible at some point.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. I'll message you my thoughts on that one.
Yeah.
But we might as well leave the live stream here and just chat afterwards if you want.
Yeah.
So,
thanks for
watching, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for joining, everyone. I hope you have a great Pride Month. Happy Pride. Happy Men's Mental Health Month. Be safe. Be careful. Love yourself, and make that change.
Yep, definitely make that change. I'll
See
leave
you
a video.
later.
I'll leave this live stream a like as well. You can also let us know your favourite Michael Jackson songs and your thoughts on Bad or any of his albums in the comments. We would appreciate that. And yeah, we'll go ahead and leave it here. If you want to make the world a better place, do look at yourself and make a change. Make that change. Peace out, everyone. Till next time. Ciao.
Heal the world. Ciao.
Yeah. Ciao.